Hey, what's up everybody, Nexel here. Today we are playing Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. We are on the free-to-play account right now, and we are going to do some guilting, some trading. For those of you that aren't really familiar with the terms, guilting is equal to the special attack bonus unlocking. I don't know why they, changed the wording for that. Maybe they just didn't want to explain why it was called guilting in Japan. I don't really know, but it is a campaign. It's a little bit sooner than I was expecting because we just got one around like January 8th, so this is pretty soon. This is definitely the right time to start guilting medals because during this campaign you just save a lot of mirrors. That's the number one reason you wait for a guilt campaign, is because you want to save those mirrors as much as you can, because those are resources that don't really go bad. Like my magic mirrors from like August of last year are still relevant right now if I needed to use them. So again, I've said a lot of this on past videos, but let's just go through it really quickly. So your normal ranges are in the middle. When you unlock a medal special attack bonus or its guilting bonus, whatever you want to call it, there's a manual or a tutorial for that in the game, so I would definitely read up on that really quickly before, if you don't know what it is, read up on that really quickly before I go through this. But yeah, there's a normal range right there. It's those grade numbers to the white numbers there, and then there's the campaign range, which is significantly higher. Or it's a tighter range, but the minimum is higher. So, like, when you really think about it, a tier 7, you could be saving 40 mirrors. A tier 6, you're saving 40 mirrors. A tier 5, you're saving 20. A tier 4, you're saving 30. Just keep going down the line. So you save a lot of mirrors, even if you hit the minimum range of the campaign range. So that's why I'm going to be guilting stuff now. Let's go ahead. We're going to guilt and trade some stuff here. We are going to start with our Destroyer Behemoth, which for some reason or another, I did not do during the January 8th campaign. I don't know why I didn't do it. I really should have. Maybe it's because I was too focused on my main account to really be thinking about the free-to-play account. Alright, so we don't have any damage dealing traits on this yet. Let's see if we can get one right now. Strength plus 1,000. Okay, that is definitely better than the max gauges that we have on it right now. I would definitely like to see an aerial minus 60 would be really great, because there's a lot of aerial speed enemies, and power is strong against speed. So if we can get that aerial enemy defense minus 60, that would be super sweet right now. But strength plus 1,000 is definitely good. It's like this thing is like double boosted. Alright, so max HP plus 800, not exactly what we're looking for. And then we've got one more roll. This one's also going to be our guilt. So, let's see here. Alright, so the guilt range is between 130 to 300, I believe. Or 130 to 100 to 130. So let's see what we get. 111. Alright, not bad. Again, we saved a minimum of 41 mirrors when you think about that, because outside the campaign it could have been 70. But let's see what we get for our trait. So for our trait, we are going to get damage in raids. I wouldn't, gosh, it's a really good trait for raiding, but I'm gonna say no, because I feel like it has more utility if I just leave it at this double boosted strength plus 1,000 state. So I am totally okay with this. This is a good medal with some good rolls on it. Next, we are going to head over to our Twilight Thorn, which again, I don't know why I didn't do it. I really should have done it. Like, yeah, I don't know why. I'm trying to think of like a rational reason as to why I didn't do it, but there really isn't one. Alright, so on our Twilight Thorn, we have ground minus 60, which is really good. Ground minus 60, aerial minus 60, they're definitely both good traits for the Twilight Thorn, because blue enemies come as like sort of a mix of aerial and ground. So you can't really go wrong with having either one, considering what it's strong against. So we've got sleep resist minus 20, definitely not where we want to be with this medal. So let's go ahead, skip that. We've got 2 more rolls on traits. I'm still kind of like in my head internally deciding if I get aerial, do I want to switch out ground with aerial, or do I not really? Because, overall there's a lot more ground enemies than there are aerial enemies, so it's like, I'm not really sure where I want to go with this. Paralysis resist 20. Ooh, we rolled double resist right now. Let's go ahead, skip that. Let's hope when we get to the HD Vanitas it doesn't roll a resist. That would be awful. That would be absolutely dreadful. So this is going to be our guilt on our Twilight Thorn. Let's see what we can whip out here. Let's hope for like 115 plus. 116. Okay, not bad. So let's go ahead and screenshot that guy. And then let's see what we get as our final trait on our Twilight Thorn. Max HP, not where we want to be. So we're going to keep our ground minus 60. That is definitely the right call here. Definitely got a good guilt on that guy. Let's see what is up next. I'm going to keep this Huey, Dewey, and Louie separate because I've already got one guilted. It's got ground on it, which is, I feel like, a really solid trait for this medal. So let's go ahead, skip past that. We are going to hit up our, we're just going to trait this Sephiroth right now. Just tighten up our inventory space a little bit and see what we get. It'll be fun. It'll be fun if we got something like ground minus 60, which would be crazy because I don't have 5 more medals to guilt this thing. That would be, it would be like taunting me to use like 5 Mickey and Booms, which I wouldn't. But we got Ariel. Okay. So that is a good trait, but when you think about damage dealing, you want the medals to be guilted. This thing is 1-orbed. I am not going to throw 5 Mickey and Brooms just to guilt that thing. So yeah, that was just for ha-has. That was just for a little guffaw here and there. So next up on our list, we are going to go in this order. We are going to do the Webby and then the HD Zexion, and then we're going to cap this video off with our HD Vanitas, kind of saving it as our grand finale here. So let's go ahead and see what traits we can roll on our Webby. I believe I do have enough for guilt, or am I one short? No, I do have enough for guilt. Okay, so let's see what our first trait on our Webby Vanderquack is going to be. Let's see here. I don't know if I want to watch the new DuckTales. Like, I really liked DuckTales as a kid, but I don't know if I want to watch this one. Poison resist. Okay, not bad. Considering it's a buffer metal, it could definitely, have some usefulness for me in things like a damage contest that has the golden triclomas that will poison you. But yeah, going back to it, I don't know if I want to watch the new DuckTales. Like, I'm watching Detective Conan right now in Japanese, and like it's like 800 something episodes, so I'm just like, oh gosh, this is a trek on its own, especially with school going on and all that. I'm like, oh my goodness. But let's see what we roll for our trait. Oh wow, right out the door we're hitting that max 200 right there. Okay, which is pretty sweet. So we got the double Nova notification. And let's see what we roll for our second trait on our Webby. If we got poison resist, like poison resist plus 40 would be really good actually. Paralysis resist. Okay, not as good, but definitely, again, as a buffer metal, it is a solid trait to have. Alright, so let's go ahead and, geez, 200 right out the door. Let's go ahead and roll our HD Zexion. So right now, it'll be 2 orbs short of guilt, meaning I have to, if I want to guilt this thing, I'll have to decide with Mickey and Brooms before the weekend's over, because you only get like 4 days. I don't know why they did that. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what we roll for our trait on our HD Zexion. If we roll extra attack, ground, or aerial, like that would all be really, really good, because this metal has a high multiplier, meaning it will dish out some damage. Alright, so for our... Ooh, paralysis resist. Oh, man. It's like, do I want to roll my HD Vanitas? I just kept rolling resist this whole time. You know what? The HD Vanitas is going to do me a lot of favors guilted. So, I think we got to go for it. It's the right time to do it. We have the bonus campaign going on. So, let's just cross our fingers. Hope we can get some damage dealing traits or extra attack. If we got extra attack, that would be so good. Okay. So here it is. Let's go ahead and max this guy out actually while we are at it. Let's do some smart maths. Okay, here we go. So here is our first trait on our HD Vanitas. We are going to be able to guilt it during this campaign. So let's see what we can whip out here. Alright, so for our first trait, we are going to get Strength plus 1,000. Okay, not bad. It kind of treats it like a boosted HD Vanitas, so I can dig that. And then for our second one and our guilt, I'm hoping for at least a guilt of like 180 so that I don't have to spend a lot of magic mirrors on it, but we'll see. We'll see what we can whip out here. So for our guilt, we are going to get 179. That is still really good. So that is only 21 mirrors away from max. Let's see what we can roll for our trait. Oh man, this is exciting. I feel like the trait roll is always exciting, but we're gonna get... Why? Out of all the rolls we did today, we got paralysis resist 3 times. Alright, well, that's fine. I mean, again, I was going for the guilt. The guilt is the most important part because it's a copy medal. See, the bad traits stink because you could have easily left that copy medal separate and then gotten some value out of, like, copying a buffer or something. But instead, nope, you roll paralysis resist. But again, I was going for the guilt. The guilt is the most important part. So let's go ahead and boost this guy with some magic mirrors and get it up to that maximum there. Because when you guilt out a copy medal, you can use it as damage dealing, you can use it for a buffer. So there's a lot of versatility that comes with having a copy medal, especially a guilted one. And like I said in, I forgot which video I was talking about, I'm going to be maxing out my Moogle of Glory, because then I'll be able to go HD Vanitas, into Era, into KHUX Sky. So that's my current setup, that's what I've got in mind. I didn't pull the HD Xion, so Fenrir is kind of just like an up and down thing right now. But here it is, max guilted, HD Vanitas, boom, there is the 200 plus the 5 Nova. Making my free-to-play account's total Nova level 49. A sad little 49. But that's okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and chip this guy. Because we gotta go 6 and 4 because that's how the math works out so that you're not being wasteful. So again, here we are gonna go 6 and 4. There we go. Alright, so that's all the guilting and trading I've got for the day. I'm probably going to play a few quests before going to bed. It is like 3 a.m. right now. I am super tired, and I got work in the morning. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to throw them in the comments below, and I will try my best to answer them. But until next time, everyone, take it easy.